Doggy. Doggy. Turn the key backwards so I can close this window. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Remember, guys, we got, okay, put it forward so it don't, it's blowing hot air on me. We got David H., Melissa H., husband and wife trucking across America on the Facebook page. We also got at David H. 6571 on Instagram. Mr. Latimer, what's happening, man? You are number one. Bobby Kohler, what's up? What's up? David Allen, hey, what's happening? You're right, you were first. Edge, what's happening? That's the one part of Suede and Edge right there. You got Alan Leslie. Alan, you ever work, man? You always, I mean, you're just always on my last, man. I mean, I appreciate you being here, man, but damn. What's up, RN? It's all good. It's all good. We're sitting around. There's the better half. There's the better half of the team. Oh my God, there's a puppy over there. Don't look. Don't look. There's a puppy. There's a puppy. Puppy. Alan is at the COVID hotel. Now, are you on COVID hotel because you're on COVID lockdown, or are you just hanging out over there looking to see if you can't get a little bit COVID? Because we are sitting over here in line for the Express Lube. We've been here for, what, an hour? Or more? More than an hour. And we've moved one truck. And the line goes all the way around. The only reason why we're sitting here still is because we don't have a load yet. If we get a load, we would just pull out of the line and go. Because all we need is a chassis lube. All we need is chassis lube. Hold on, guys. Let me turn on my APU, man. I'm freaking hot in here. Get some AC going. Okay. You guys see the puppy right there? There's the puppy. Get some AC going here because it's hot. David, it's Justin. How are you? And Melissa. We are good, Justin. How are you? And you're sneaking in on your brother's account there, huh? You've been there for 2 weeks. Jesus. Aren't you cured yet? Or is it kicking your butt? What's up? Mr. Kelly Smith is in the house. How you doing, Kelly? What are you doing? 3:42. What is today? Today's not the weekend, is it?
Friday, I think.
It's Friday, 3:42. So that's. Well, you playing hooky at work, huh? Should you be working there, Mr. Smith? How many trucks in front of me? I don't know. Look at that picture. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what's that going to be, like 5 hours? So like I said, we won't stay here once we get a load. Oh, sorry, John. How you doing? How you doing? Mr. John Fornwald in the house. Our resident Reed City to Murfreesboro, Tennessee driver. And Dennis has stole his brother's account. Melissa's over here doing some paperwork for the load we just dropped. We picked up a load in, where the hell were we? Greeley, Colorado, and it's going to South Carolina. Couldn't change the appointment time on it, and it doesn't deliver till the 8th. Well, hell, even a solo truck could get it there before then. So we dropped it. Our best bet was to just pick. There was nothing going out of there, so our best bet was to pick up and drop here in Spremo. And I figured I'd get a chassis lube while I'm here because it just came overdue. We got a pre-plan before we got here that would have took us up to Sacramento, and I vowed not to go back to Northern California until summer hits, because the last 2 or 3 times I've went to Northern California, I couldn't get a load out of there. There's nothing. I mean, there's some FedEx stuff going up to Oregon or Washington. When I ain't all about them chaining up over in Oregon or whatnot. I don't like going to Oregon or Washington in the summertime because all the hills burns all your fuel. So I vowed last time we went there, I'm not going to Northern California until summer, until produce kicks back up really good. So I declined that load. It was actually a good paying load for a California load. So that's probably going to make me sit here for a minute. The drivers lining up wanted me to just go ahead and bobtail to Illinois and pick up an empty trailer and then get dispatched out of Illinois. So, wow. I'm not feeling that either. So we're going to sit here and see if we can't get the lube done. In all honesty, Melissa, how do you feel about just sitting here till tomorrow if we have to? Should we just take whatever we can get out of here today, or should we just wait for something decent and then not get hasty until tomorrow morning? Tomorrow morning, then we'll have to get a little hasty to get out of here. What do you think?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Whatever? Okay, then I'll call him up and we'll go bobtail to Illinois.
No, you know, I already said no to that. I said no to that already.
I'm just curious. Why did you say no to that?
Because I want to go all the way back that way to pick up an empty.
But they're going to pay us to go that way.
Yeah, well, okay, I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever I want. You like that? Who's the captain of this shit? This guy right here. This guy, he wears the prime hat, the puppy against abuse pin. That's right, huh, woman? Who's in charge? Not that highway diamond. I'm gonna get some hate from Pamela on this one. Hopefully she don't watch this video. Otherwise it's gonna be Team Melissa, hashtag Team Melissa and hashtag Kill David. Hey Rob, how you doing, man? Roll down your window if you're hot. It's only 49 outside. I've been outside, man. It's hot out there. I need the AC, dude. 49 degrees is not cold. Not when you've been playing in 20 some degrees. Okay, let's see. At least last week I was there. 7 truck. It took 10 hours to get in. Yeah, that you know, they're doing rework campaigns. So like I said, I mean, if we get a load, we'll just sneak out and then just go get it done at a TA or something. As a matter of fact, probably should just go drive up to TA up, what are they, about 15 miles up the road. The shop, they can't get us in till, you know, next week. So that ain't gonna happen. And I probably should call Freightliners. Hey man, can you squirt a little lube on my truck? Yeah, Justin. I meant Justin. The hell did I say? All right, yeah, I'm at work sitting in my lazy boy watching YouTube on my 65-inch TV. Damn, that's the work life. John says he's just south of Reed City, shut down for the night, snow and ice everywhere. Yeah, it's Michigan hammered, man. It was sweet going to Denver, or I was going to Inglewood, Colorado yesterday, and I got to I think it's called Agate, Colorado, Agate. It was coming down. I mean, it was nice. A little bit of rain in Kansas. Melissa swapped out when it started raining a little bit. Her drive shift was up. I started driving, and I knew I was going to run into a little bit of snow, but it got fairly nasty in Agate, to where I was like, okay, you know what? I think I'm going to shut down. I pulled the dash cam footage. Speaking of which, I got the dash cam pointing wrong. I pulled the dash cam footage of it, or at least one segment of it, and it didn't look bad at all, because, you know, dash cams brighten everything up. It looked like it's like, man, I ain't putting that out there. Everyone think, what the hell, you call that snow? But in real life, real time, it was pretty damn, I mean, I couldn't see a damn thing. It was blowing, not only did it start snowing really hard, it was blowing snow across the road, because we had 35-mile-an-hour winds too. So I slowed down a little bit. Oh my God, there's another freaking puppy. Look at that puppy. He's going pee-pee over there. Look at pee-pee puppy. Can you guys see the pee-pee puppy? Pee-pee puppy right there. Right there. Pee-pee puppy. Boo boo puppy? No, that puppy's not sitting right for going boo boo. Anyways, so I was thinking about shutting down, and I looked where I could shut down at. It was about 50 miles away. And pretty much when I was getting to where I could shut down, it let up, and I was like, nope, hammer down. And we did get the load there on time. It was a repower we did. A Solo had the load, and they just wanted their product sooner. So they had us repower them as a team truck. We could get it there because he had to do a 10-hour break. Hell, he might have had to do 2 more 10-hour breaks, because I think we're like, no. Yeah, we were about 650, 700 miles away, I think. So he was doing a 10, but he might have been able to drive. I don't know. That's besides the point. I'm getting off the track here. So anyways, hammered down, got it there. By 2 a.m. was the drop dead time. I got it there at like 1:30 maybe. And they unloaded us fairly quickly. Went and spent the night at the Denver yard because it was about 3 in the morning. Yeah, and then picked up this load. And here we sit. That was our last couple of days. But anyways, I started all that. All I wanted to say, because John mentioned that crappy weather in Michigan, I went on that ramble just to say that from Greeley, Colorado to Springfield, Missouri was cold but dry roads, beautiful open skies, hammer down all the way, wide open. Even Melissa did. Hey, do you remember what time we got here?
Here?
Yeah, when you went inbound?
Maybe 2.
2? Okay. That's about what time I said we were supposed to get here. All right, so I told him I dropped down. I told him we'd get here by 3, so we were good. Scott is ringing the bell. Enjoy watching. Scott, I think that's Prawl. P-R-A-L-L, yeah, Prawl. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, thank you for watching, Scott. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting up with my ramblings. Christopher Latimer says, give a thumbs up, people. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. If you guys can hit the like button, that helps out the channel big time. John's giving his highs. Uh-oh, Dan. Sorry, I was going to say Dennis again. Got some info. But we'll say Justin's got some info because he stole Dennis's account. No, it's Adam that's not feeling good, I believe. Oh, wait. Hey, John, hope you feel better. Soon Allen. Okay, I didn't see that Soon Allen. Hey, John, hope you feel better. Okay, do I have to do a hair follicle I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then I realized what that was when I seen who wrote it. Yeah. Mr. Latimer says, stay there, get some good iced tea. Melissa went and got some while we're sitting in line. Some good iced tea. Shower, a good dinner, leave out tomorrow, and come hell or high water. That's what I'm going to do. If we don't get nothing out of here soon, I'm going to just, I'm going to go shower. I'll do some laundry. And I don't need to do laundry, but my bag, might as well if we're here. You're going to stay the night here. What I'm hoping is to get a load. Hey, we got a load coming in that or a load that I know I need to pick up tomorrow. That way I've got a load, because otherwise, guys, you know me well. Some of you know me well enough to know that freaking puppy is so cute. It's like a little miniature Zuzu. I'll be anxiety ridden, going, oh, come on, give me a load, I gotta go, gotta make the money. Hey, Brian, how you doing, man? Long time. Good man goes local and just doesn't play no more. Glad to see you. Did you get your new Thermal King radiator? No, we did not. I noticed that in the thing. There's a Thermal King radiator deal. That's probably why these lines are taking so long, is because don't they do it in Express Lube? And then there's some truck recall for the anti-lock brake something or other. But I thought they did that last time the truck went to Freightliner. I know they mentioned there's a recall, but it still shows that it's there. RN says, why don't you have a dog on the truck? Because, guys, most of you don't know I had 2 babies, Bella and River. They were my puppies, man, and we rehomed them. We rehomed them when Melissa decided to get on the truck, and it's devastated me so bad that I will never have another animal ever again. We tried to find the phone number of who we rehomed them with so I could see. I mean, I'd buy them back. Melissa's happy about that, though, because she really hated having the puppies on the truck, because she really hated how much attention I'd give them. Them bad boys would be sitting right here. Boom, boom, the 2 Chihuahuas. They'd be sitting right here, looking at the camera, biting my face the whole time I'm doing live. Right, Melissa? And they'd be eating out of my mouth. Right, Melissa?
Yeah.
She used to hate that when I'd be eating dinner. Here's funny story with these 2 dogs. We had 2 crates in our living room that were open because they loved to go in there. That was their safe place. And when Melissa would start cooking dinner, they weren't allowed in the kitchen, so they'd stay out. And if she looked at them, they'd run into their crates.
Because I was the alpha.
Yeah. And when it was time to eat, we used to not eat at the kitchen table. We'd eat at the couch on the coffee table and watch TV. They would go sit in their crates, okay, because they weren't allowed to beg or anything. Melissa would get up to go to the bathroom. She'd walk around the corner. As soon as she'd get around the corner, River, not so much. River would come running up and sit next to me, and I'd throw her food. Bella used to come and run. She would crawl up my stomach and just attack right into my mouth. She'd stick her snozzle right into my mouth and eat the food right out of my mouth. And then as soon as they heard the bathroom door creak in the other room, boom, they'd run down and run right back to their crates. It was funny as hell. Sometimes she'd walk around the corner and turn around and come back, and they'd run out on the tile floor and turn around and run back in. Oh, man. Those dogs were awesome. I think Melissa needs to get you in line. She don't know what you're talking about because she isn't paying attention. What are they offering you for your deadhead? I didn't even ask because, you know, I'm really not, at this point, I'm not that desperate to go deadhead out there.
Something better always comes along.
I find that when I get hasty and just jump on the first nonsense they throw at me. Well, no, I find if I don't jump on the first nonsense they throw at me, no matter how much they say, well, you're going to be waiting a while, that usually something comes along within the next hour that was even better. And it's like, damn, why didn't you offer me this in the first place? So I'm gonna hang out. Not only that, but I haven't checked the weather up over there. I know it was bad the other day. I think it's cleared up. You know, and it's all good. You're not low, you're regional. Okay, that's right. That's right. What do you mean? I said hi to you. I said hi to you, Brian. The hell? Oh, you know what? Was I that far behind on comments? I think those dogs were a great diet plan. Had a great diet plan. Or great. They were a great diet plan. I hope you're able to get another dog one day. There are a lot of shelter dogs who need a good home. Yeah, Oren, I just can't do it. I can't do it because it broke my heart so much getting rid of those dogs. I feel like I've abandoned them. I abandoned. How do you say that? Abandoned. I abandoned. Damn, that's how you say it. Abandoned them. Just give it up. And I feel like if I got another dog that's like spitting on them, yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It almost makes me think, imagine getting adopted out, and then the people who adopted you out a year later you know, get a couple more kids. That just suck. I know they're dogs, but you know, they were my babies. Let's see. Kingsley says, yo, bro, per diem for company driver is something you don't have to pay the IRS for, right? Later. Yeah, no, per diem is tax-free. Per diem is for you being out on the road. So as long as you're out away from home on the road working, you collect per diem at the if you're a company driver, it automatically comes out. You'll see on your statement, you'll see per diem paid, you'll see your taxable income, and then your per diem paid to you, which is non-taxable. Lease drivers, we actually just mark down at the end of each month how many days we were on the road, and they do it that way. But company drivers, yeah, that's so many cents per mile they pay you per diem. Like if you're making 50 cents per mile, you know, they'll make 44 cents or whatever it is per mile. The rest will be paid per diem. So at first, when you look at your statement, you're like, wait, I thought I was supposed to make 40 some cents a mile or 50 cents a mile or whatever. But if you look and you add your per diem miles up to those miles, it's that miles that you're supposed to get. It's just this much isn't taxed, and that is for you living on the road, so you don't have to save every day. Otherwise, you'd have to save meal receipts, you know, and all that stuff. This way you don't have to do it. Now, you don't have to do it. It just makes things easier. Yeah, Brian, I couldn't get that. I don't know why I say that word all the time. Gotta go for now, but be safe, everyone. Bye, y'all. All right, Swade, you be good. You be good. Tell Richard to hang in there. You know, the man's got to put up with. I mean, yeah, no, you know, I'm sure he loves you a lot. Chicago, Saturday weather, high 14, low -5. Right on. Hey, Alan, check it out, man. You know me. I don't really like going into the snow or the cold weather or anything like that. I get a dispatch yesterday while I was sitting in Denver Yard sleeping. A pre-plan, not a dispatch. I get a pre-plan. It was picking up like 60 miles from there. Loaded trailer. Trailer number was sent over, going to Fargo, North Dakota. I'm half asleep, and I wake up and I look at my phone and I see it, and I just laughed at it and just put my phone down, went back to sleep. Till my fleet manager called and said, hey man, I just wanted to see if you wanted that. It's a good paying, it paid good. It's a good paying load, but we can't wait on it, so I had to call you. And I just laughed and said, why would I want to go to Fargo, North Dakota? And he gave me a good answer, the money. But I'm surprised he even offered it to me, because he knows how I feel about that frigid up north in the winter time. No problem, no problem. Any other questions you have, just shoot them out here. 8 cents per mile is per diem for company. You know, Alan, I was trying to think. I'm like, okay, 8 cents, take away this one. Okay, screw it. I'm just going to throw any number out, and you just look at your statement. If you don't like the cold, you need to get out of Missouri. It's going to get cold tonight. It's going to get cold everywhere tonight. I mean, everywhere in the next couple of days. There's that big cold front hitting. But yeah, you're right. I was looking for a southern load. I was looking for a load going to Florida. Guys, most truck drivers do not like going to Florida because you can't get nothing out of there. I love going to Florida. I don't know. I would dedicate Florida if they had a dedicated route going to Florida. I mean, I love going to Florida. Now, getting out sometimes kind of sucks, but you know, for the most part, I usually get lucky. Last time I went to Florida, I didn't get lucky, but I still made out okay money-wise. What's up, Truck with me? How you doing? I'm good. Melissa's doing good. She's playing her game on her phone over there. Yeah, Fargo's no fun on the way. As soon as I seen that, I thought of wood chipper, number one. And then two, I thought of Greg Hurley. I was like, hell no. Okay, you're getting your CDL handbook this week. Time to rock and roll. Now, if you're talking about, because you're gonna, are you getting ready to do the permit test or what? Because if you're getting ready to do the permit test, I highly recommend downloading CDL Prep. off of Google Play, or if you got an iPhone, off the iPhone, whatever that thing is. It's a little steering wheel and it says CDL prep. You open it up, you put what state you're gonna, do your test in, and boom, 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 boom. It's got practice tests, it's got the test, it's got everything to help you out so you can pass that permit test. But anyways, I was talking to the guy. This goes back in like October or something. I was telling my fleet manager, hey man, we need to put me on a dedicated over here. I told him I'm gonna try to do the horseshoe route this winter. And he goes, horseshoe route? What is that? I said, I'm gonna go from Laredo, Texas to Miami, Florida, and back. I'm gonna do a big horseshoe. He just laughed, and I can feel him rolling his eyes and shaking his head. Okay, yeah, do the CDL prep. Are you coming to Prime, or where are you testing out at, or where you gonna run at? Because if you're coming to Prime, I need to finish them. I did a couple of the pre-trip videos. So I didn't get them all. So what I would do at this point is I'd recommend going over to Junior Honduras's YouTube page and look up the pre-trip. Because if you're going to Prime, he does the Prime pre-trips. And I actually did that before I even signed up to Prime. I went and looked at his pre-trips, and by the time my first day of orientation, I had the pre-trips memorized. It was just a matter of now actually doing it on a truck and seeing it. And when I got my trainer, he said, all right, you're not driving until you got your pre-trip down. I was like, okay, cool. So he had me do the pre-trip, and the first time we pre-tripped the whole truck, I passed it, and boom, I drove right off the bat. So I would highly recommend going over there. He's got a good site. Just Google him, Junior Honduras, and hit up pre-trip, and you'll find a bunch of pre-trip videos. There's ones where he just does them, like the in-cab, and then there's where students are doing them. But yeah, it's word for word what Prime uses, pretty much. I mean, you don't have to be exact 100% word for word, but that's where I learned mine. And to this day, it's burned in my head. I can recite them just sitting here in the truck. They teach you, of course, when you get there, right? Yeah, oh, absolutely. They teach you. But I recommend knowing your pre-trip before you get here, or at least have studied it, because it's just makes things that much easier. Because when you go out with your PSD trainer, your prime student driver, you're learning your trip there, and you're basically learning how to drive the truck. Well, if you already know your pre-trip, now you just learn how to drive that truck, and you can get back to get your CDL sooner rather than later. Trifecta, which means you'll get a bonus, and now you're part of a Prime. You're a Prime employee. Now you start making that guaranteed money while you're out on TNT. So the sooner you can get through it, the better you are, because you can make that money right away. And so yeah, I highly suggest you practice it at least go through it. I'd fail pre-trip. Have never done the air brake test on an automatic. I only TNT. You never done the air brake test on it? What do you mean you only TNT? Ben, are you a trainer that you only train for TNT? Is that what you're saying? ASMR Tasty King. that's a mouthful. The pre-trip on an automatic, the in-cab on a so you're all right, man, don't come on. I know what you're saying, but it's a bad idea. Oh yeah, I'd fail the pre-trip. I'm a trainer, I'd fail the pre-trip. But doing the pre-trip on an automatic, the only difference is it's in the pre-trip thing. You know, you can get the cheat sheet for your pre-trip. They give you a sheet that tells you how to do the pre-trip and what you're going to say. That's how you learn. Once you get the prime and orientation, you can, you know, look at all that. Well, the only difference between the automatic and the manual is they have you chalk your tires, because obviously though you can't leave it in gear, it would just roll away, and you do your 5-mile-an-hour pull up and hit your brakes is the very last thing you do. Well, I'm getting a glare in here. Let me move the camera over. Or actually, oh, I was gonna rag on her. So what the hell are you yawning for? You just woke up, but then I just realized no,
I've been up.
She's been up. There we go. Yeah, absolutely, Brian. Oh man. Yeah, doing the TNT would be nice, because I'll tell you, working with a student on the pad can get painful because of being out there in the heat or being out there in the cold. The heat, well, either one. I was out there in the heat with John and the freezing cold with Melissa. I think it was freezing cold one day, and then, oh, it was rainy. Oh man, it sucked the one day. John says, time for bed. Good night all. Hit the like button on your way out. Right on, John. Good night, man. Be good. Be safe. Be careful out there. Dunkin' Donuts says, I did the calculations for a company driver doing 3,500 plus miles a week. There's no point of running that hard just to make $10,000 more a year than another company driver doing less miles a week. Yeah, you're not going to always run though 3,500 miles a week. Yeah, don't even count on that. Might as well become a lease op. Now here's the thing. I highly recommend running a company before doing a lease, because one of the things you want to learn before you lease, and when you're paying for everything, is you want to learn trucking. How to run your clock, how to run your truck, where freight seems to be better, get through a winter maybe, do the winter on their dime rather than your dime. I highly recommend getting some experience in before going lease. And I say that because I see a lot of lease drivers that have failed lease because they get out here, they get out of school, they go right into a lease, and they don't know what they're doing. So they're not making any money to, and by the time they take all their fixed costs and variable costs out, they're like, okay, I made $300 this week. This sucks. I quit. And it's because they just didn't know how to run their truck. Ben says, yep, not possible to get those miles there since you're forced dispatch. Yeah, I mean, you'd be hard pressed to get those miles even if you weren't forced dispatched. A couple reasons. One, the truck will only run 65 miles an hour. Two, you're not going to get, a main load to San Diego load every week to where you're just blowing straight through. You're going to be picking up, delivering, throughout the, especially if you're solo, you're going to get shorter runs than if you were team running coast to coast. Now, obviously, a team truck makes that many miles simply, that's, about 6,000 miles, about 5,000 miles. But yeah, you can't count on that because trucking is very unstable as far as your miles and your money. One of the things I always say is the first thing you want to do is save, so you are not living paycheck to paycheck. That way, when you have a bad week, it don't matter, you're good to go, because usually if you have a bad week, the next week is killer. But that can really hurt some people if they're living paycheck to paycheck and their bills fall on that one week. Myself, personally, if I had to, live like that, take all your bills, figure them out what they cost, and then put money away for them weekly. Don't go, oh, my rent's $500 or $1,000. It's due on the 1st. Let me take that $500 out of that paycheck right before the 1st. No, split it up throughout all the weeks. I wish I had it, but I showed my daughter how to do that. And I mean, you can really have extra money each week by doing that, because unless you're living beyond your means, because it's easier to save $20 this week, $20 next week than, you know, $80 at the end of the month type deal, if you understand what I'm saying. But it will get you off living the week-to-week paycheck thing where, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Exactly. You should tell the other trucker YouTubers that they're so stuck on hell no, don't do company, this and that. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. My big thing is I don't want anyone to fail, and I was gonna go lease right out of the hole, but I felt I didn't know enough about the business of lease. I didn't know enough about trucking. So I decided not to, and I'll tell you what, I really honestly 100% think if I would have went lease, I would have not have made it 6 months. I think I would have either went back company, you know, swallowed my pride and went back company, or went to company, or I would have quit and said trucking sucks. And a lot of guys won't do that. A lot of guys, if they go lease and they not making it and they got to go back company, they won't do it. They'll just quit because they feel like it's a pride thing. Oh my God, you know, I can't go back company. I'm a lease operator. A lot of guys call themselves owner operators, which technically you're not, but whatever. It's a whole thing. Call yourself whatever you want, whatever floats your boat there. I didn't even see that name. My goodness. Save, save, save in case you get COVID. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. Now, Alan, I believe if you've got COVID, I believe, don't you not have to pay your mortgage payment or your house rent? I believe if you actually got COVID that you can fill out a paperwork and they'll put your month's mortgage or whatever on the back end of it. I don't know for sure. I was hearing somebody talking about that. You know, it was so I don't know if that's a thing or not. Failing a lease and going back company isn't a fail, though. Exactly. What that is thinking and using your head and doing what's best for you and your family. There is nothing wrong with it. You could make good money company. You can make good money company, and especially if you like to go home. One of the things people do, and I hear this all the time, is I'm not going company because I'm going to lease, because Prime's not going to tell me when I can go home. They're not going to tell me how long I can go home for. Okay? No, that's not the case. When you're leased, it costs you money to go home. When you go home, guys, your truck payment is still due every day. I say every day, even though you pay it weekly, it's a big chunk daily. If you break it down, it's a big chunk daily. Your fixed costs are still, are all due. So you have to pay that. And if you're not rolling, you're not making money, you better have an E-fund, which I do. I'm going to be taking 2 weeks off here, probably the end of this month. And I'm going to probably pull $2,500 a week out of my E-fund. That way I can pay all my fixed costs and have a paycheck for the 2 weeks I'm off. Because I want to be spending a lot of money those 2 weeks, so I want to do that. So basically, yeah, I saved up throughout the year so I can do that without it even affect. It's like having a paid time off, essentially, because I'm going to make a paycheck, I'm going to pay all my costs, everything's going to be boom, boom, shalom. Browser October, oh, that's cool. And good. I know guys a lot of times they'll just go home and they don't have an E-fund and they're like, okay, I'm going to go in a hole.
He was behind us.
Yeah, I'm going to go in a hole and dig myself out, and it takes them a week or two to dig themselves out to where they're, going to have a decent paycheck again. Well, now they feel like now they're like, well, this sucks. I'm going to quit because I haven't had a paycheck in 2 weeks. Well, yeah, it's because you went $1,500 into the hole for the 1 week, came back and, profited on this week, say $1,800, $2,000, but you had to take the $1,500 out, so you had a $200 paycheck. Or let's say you didn't run good and you didn't, you know, you made $1,000. Well, now you're 500 in the hole still. And you know, now you got to wait for the next week. So one thing you don't want to do is go in the hole. How in the hell did I get on this? We always get on this lease thing. That's why, you know what, I'm gonna have to steal Junior's program and do that video with Jeremy. I want to do. Okay, are you given a locker as a driver? I have a folding electric bike that I would like to keep there instead of paying monthly payments in my state while I'm away. No, they have lockers here, but they're only for 3-day uses. But, you know, like if you were changing trucks or something, they're short term. Yeah, you'd have to pay for a storage nearby. But what did you say? A fold up electric bike. Now, why not just? I mean, I don't agree with people doing it, but you know, a lot of people mount bikes on the back right there. You know, you have to make sure your airlines are good. Or I've seen guys put their bikes on their gear guard, and you know, the bike will just open with the gear guard, and they can do their maintenance and whatnot. You know, but either place is going to get filthy dirty. A lease operator is a glorified company driver. LMAO. I don't know why you're laughing. I mean, yeah, that pretty much, Brian, you're pretty much right. But, you know, you can make decent money, especially if you team with your wife. It's the best thing anyone should do. Or if you train. Now, guys, you can survive out here not training. But if you train, you can really make a good living. But if you're going to train, make sure you're going to train and do it for the right reasons, not just for the money. Ever had any issues with your inverter? Yeah, my inverter is a piece of crap. I feel that since when Prime switched to these new, better inverters, they don't work as well. My inverter's always blowing overload codes and signs. You know, you have to start the truck, and it's just a whole thing. As a lease driver, you can pay to have your inverter upgraded, which I'm going to do when I do my lease purchase as my next truck. I'm not going to bother on this truck because I've only got a year left on it. If I'm going to do any kind of major hardcore inverter killing, I just start the truck, and that seems to help. But I'm going to put the bigger inverter in the next truck, the lease purchase. But I've never had my inverter quit working. I mean, it's popped its circuit where you got to hit the reset on it, but you know, not like burn up or anything like I've heard some people have. I give my FM notice and I'm home ASAP. Right on, right on. Yeah, the only time, here's the thing, wintertime, freight's kind of goofy, getting home might not, you know, might be a little goofy. But one of the things I found out at Prime, guys, is when you put in home time, let's say, hey, I need to be home on the 15th of February, and that's all I say. They'll put a home taker in for the 15th of February. Usually, my fleet manager will do, needs to be home, home by the or in by the 14th to go home on the 15th. But Prime's rule is, if you tell them you need to be home on the 15th, they have 24 hours either way to get you home. I mean, it makes sense because sometimes it's just, you know, you can't just, boom, bring a load in. Now, one of the things my fleet manager says is, David, if you've got an appointment, you know, you're getting a realtor on the 15th at 9 o'clock in the morning, tell me that. Because now I make sure you're in on this day by this day, so you don't miss the appointment. Because, you know, I didn't know that they had the 24-hour window in each direction, and that's what happened to us. We had an appointment with a realtor, and he was going to get us in on the day that we needed to be there about noon. And I was, well, I got a 9 o'clock appointment. So he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah. And he explained to me that he needs to know that, which obviously, duh, I should have told him. And what he did is we ended up We didn't deadhead. I think we were possibly gonna have to deadhead, but he found a load. Yeah. He found a load that we took and dropped at the Dallas yard. Then we deadheaded from Dallas home, which was closer. We actually made a few bucks and whatnot. So yeah, just give them enough time. Let them know if you've got an exact, hey, I got boom, boom, boom. But you might get in a little early. If you got an appointment, they'll try to get you in early rather than late. That's for sure. Yeah, I've never, as company, I've never had a problem getting home, ever. As lease, I've had the window thing where I've had to let them know I got to be there. But when you're a lease operator, your fleet manager, all they're thinking about is revenue. They need to keep your truck up here to keep it profitable. So that's what they're constantly trying to do. But then again, when I was company, I lived over in Greenfield, Missouri, which is 30 miles away from Springfield. So Springfield was where I would go home at, and it's kind of easy to just bring loads to Springfield. And again, summertime or when freight's moving real good, it's going to be easier to get home than in the wintertime when things are kind of dicey, just because there's not all the freight going everywhere like it normally is. I've got plenty of cash to cover COVID break. Damn straight. That's because you still train, Alan? I think it's the walking back in the office with all the prime employers and saying it didn't work out and you have to work for them. I told you so. Wait, I told you so. Oh, I told you so face. I don't think you get that. I don't think you're gonna get that. Number one, basically what's going to happen is you're going to call your fleet manager and say, hey, look, man, I need to go back company. Leasing's going to get involved, and 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to just stay right in that truck you're in. And just probably sign, papers that you're walking away from your lease. They'll probably, well, not probably, they will inspect the truck, make sure you didn't do any damage to it, so on and so forth. They may have you get out of the truck and go into a different truck, but probably not, because I couldn't see them wasting all that time in truck and everything, unless it was some kind of a special truck. But I don't think and that's the last thing you need to worry about is what somebody else is thinking of you. Your first thing you need to think of is you and what's good for you, especially when it comes to making money in your family. If you run a solo lease truck like a company truck, you shouldn't never go negative off home time, because you should always have a load to cover fixed. That's exactly what my fleet manager told me when I signed up with them. He said, look, man, he goes, as far as home time goes, it's a good idea to just kind of figure it like if you're a company, and you should be okay. Well, Melissa and I, what do we go home? Never, because we didn't really have a home. Now we're buying a home, so we will be going home a lot more. So that was never an issue. And if you play it right and try to split between the pay period, pay period cutoff is on Wednesday. You go home on a Tuesday, come back on a Thursday. A little bit of money comes off this check, a little bit of money comes off that check, and boom, you're good to go. Half the time you don't even have to pull any E-fund out. But that place you're at, they let you take your break there, or it's a rest area, drop something off them. Wait. That place you're at, they let you take your break there, or it's a rest area, dropping something off there. Oh, I'm at the Prime Terminal in Springfield. Yeah, you can stay here as long as you want, drop your truck off. We dropped the trailer off here because it's going to get repowered by somebody to take it to South Carolina. If we stay here long enough, we'll probably just pick it up and keep going. But it's got to be there on the 8th, and we'd have it there tomorrow. So what is today, the 5th? Yeah, we'd have it there on the 6th, so yeah. Yes, Brian, the next truck I am purchasing. Jeffrey says, my inverter blew right after I left Walmart and started cooking. Luckily, I was at a Love's and bought another one and installed it. Okay, Jeffrey, now, in a Prime truck, you can't do that. If you install an inverter that's not Prime approved, there will be some kind of backlash probably. But yeah, I mean, if it blew up in a prime truck, it's warranted, so you'd bring it in and they'd, you know, warranty it. But I hear you. Are you going to Ace Lease new Freightliner? I don't know. I don't know. I've got such a bad taste in my mouth on this truck. If you guys are following me and you know I've got that air leak problem, they just put 4 airbags in and all new fittings and stuff. Nope, same problem. Still have the same problem. I'm afraid when I take it through the express bay here that he's going to look under the truck and go, oh, your transmission's leaking. I'll just fall on the floor and curl up and cry. If you're following the quirks, if you hit a good bump, all the sensors and warning lights go off on the dash. My driver window, you roll down, then it won't roll up. Sometimes you got to take the fuse out, put it back in. No, there's no burnt marks or connection issues. It's almost like the relay sticks or something, and you got to pop it and do it. The right mirror quits adjusting, which some people think so. Well, when you're running and there ain't no one sitting in the passenger seat and you're making a hard right turn and there's trucks or pulls or whatnot, you need to move that mirror out so you can see. Otherwise, you got to jump over, stick your head out the window. Who wants to be that guy? I mean, I was the other day when it wouldn't work. Go home on a Sunday, come back on a Sunday. You should be able to get enough loads in to cover fixed cost. Yeah, see, I've never stayed out that long. This time I'm staying out 2 weeks. Reason being is we're going to be moving our stuff out of storage to Missouri. And I've decided I was going to try to get a load there and have Melissa follow me in the U-Haul. But I've decided, F all that, I'm going to just drop the truck here. Maybe I'll have them do all the body work and let them take another round at fixing the coolant sensor problem, fixing all these shorts in the truck, you know, and anything else it needs. Probably not. I'll probably just let them fix all the body work on it. I'm probably just going to hush on the other stuff because every time it just seems to be a big headache. So we're going to rent a truck, go out there, and I want to take a couple of days. The house we bought does not have curtains or blinds in it, so I got to take a couple of days to put curtains and blinds in it. Or curtains, she wants curtains. Curtains. And I need a couple of days. I need to find a pickup truck, preferably like a Toyota, an S10 or Ranger, a small truck, or a single cab, short bed, full-size truck. I need to find something like that so we can leave it at the Houston yard when we go home and drop the truck off. So I want to try to find that while we're there, and then we're going to rent a car and drive back after the second week or whatever and pick the truck up and go about our business.
Read that.
Ladies, here's my theory. I think I figured it out. Don't go for the package.
My lips are cracking.
I get it.
Yeah,
I didn't get it at first. I'm like,
duh!
What do you mean don't go for the package? That is just so messed up.
You gotta share it.
That's just so messed up. Driver lineup. Eric made a video. He goes home Friday with a load to cover that week. Then he goes back out the next Monday. Go run a load for that week. Both weeks are around 0. Yeah, see, I'm not about that. Both weeks are around 0. You mean make 0 money for 2 weeks? I'm not. There's no way I could make no money. I'll never. Well, I shouldn't say never because I've come back with only a few $100s, but I've got to have a paycheck every week, and that's where I hold an e-fund at to do that. I broke the original 1500 inverter and bought one at Love's before I left. Okay. 65 on a lease truck, 65 pedal and cruise. On a company truck, you're 58 on a pedal and 62 on cruise. You can, I guess, get a Peterbilt and put up with the everlasting electrical problems. Now, do the new Peterbilts have those same electrical problems, I wonder? You probably have a wire that's rounding out. Yeah, it's, maybe the truck will burn down and it's just, My credit's 711 right now. Been only 7 months. Yay me. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Oh, here's a prime driver that woke up in the morning after the snowstorm. He had to climb up there and do his own trailer. Look at this. And that's it, part halfway done.
Okay, he woke up after a snowstorm and climbed up on his trailer because all that snow up there.
Illegal.
And cleaned it all off. Now, I wouldn't have been climbing up there. I'd have been calling Prime and saying, hey man, your trailer's got a bunch of snow on it.
Yeah, I guess the sign, state law, remove ice from vehicle.
Yeah. Your trailer's got a bunch of snow on it. You're going to need to send Road Assist out here to clean it off. It ain't my truck, it's your trailer. Because I ain't climbing on no trailer.
No kidding.
I don't know how the hell he got up there.
I don't know.
Yeah, especially in the slippery ice and snow. He could have killed himself, broke his neck, or broke a leg, been out of work. And if he's a lease driver, no workers' comp. Yeah, no, hell no, am I climbing up there. Brian says he'd go crazy 62 or 65. Man, yeah, you get used to it. I mean, it drives me nuts. It seems like the truck's going backwards sometimes. I've been sitting here getting ready for bed, and I asked Melissa, how fast are you driving? She's doing 65. I was like, oh my God, I feel like we're doing 10. I'm going to bed. I can't handle this nonsense.
That's when there's no other trucks on the road.
Yeah.
It's more like that.
Yeah. You know, yeah, I would love the truck to go faster.
Not me.
Not you. Now, would I get myself into a lot more trouble? Probably. I'd probably end up with some tickets and stuff because, you know, you can't get them. Oh, Prime is supposed to clean it. See, these are things I wouldn't have known. I would have cleaned it being naive. Well, I don't know what their theory is on cleaning it. Yeah. But here's the thing. It's not my trailer. I'm not climbing up on top of that trailer, and I highly doubt Prime expects you to climb up on that trailer. Because Prime is so safety oriented. Yeah. I highly doubt that. Now, Alan, you've been with Prime a while. Have you ever had to have them come out and clean off the top of a trailer or deal with something like that? Because me, I'd have just started up and drove off to them, hammered down. By the time you get to the freeway, it all would have blown off. No, just kidding. I don't go places where it snows like that, so I don't know. But I would have called Road Assist and say, hey, what do you want me to do? And if he said climb up there, I would have laughed and said, all right, you need to come repower this load because I ain't climbing up there. Hell no, I'm not killing myself to clean snow off. Brian says his only runs 85. Oh, poor Brian. Poor Brian. It runs 85 and gets 4.3 miles to the gallon. That's what I do. Hammer down and have it blow off. You see that a lot. I know there was a Prime driver who got in trouble. Well, I don't know what happened. It was a message, you know, where you listen on the hold and they talk about it. And safety was talking about a Prime driver left and a big chunk of ice flew off the top of their trailer and hit a car behind them and did damage. So, you know, obviously Prime don't want that to happen. What is the disadvantage of having the snow on the top? Dangerous because it becomes a heavier No. It blows off and it blinds the people behind you. You know, when that's blowing off, it's like a blizzard to the car, truck, or anything behind you. And if it's chunk ice up there, it could come off and bust windshields behind you or dent cars. It can become dangerous. Have it blow off in the truck stop. It usually doesn't blow off till you get up to some pretty good speed. I know this because I've had dust up there and you see other trucks driving down the road and it's just blowing off on the interstate for a while. Yeah, it's just a dangerous thing. Prime will tell you to go to a blue beacon. Only problem, they're not everywhere. Okay, they tell you to go to a blue beacon. That makes sense. Blue beacon, just wash it off. But yeah, you're right. Hey, Prime, it's 90 miles to a blue beacon. What do you want me to do now? You know, is what I would say. You would think that wouldn't be a bad thing. You got these mobile wash guys. You'd think they'd come when after a heavy snow and go roam around truck stops and things like that. No, because most guys just don't care and they just drive and let it blow off. To be honest with you, that's what I always see. I just see the crap blowing off the roof. But I will tell you this: don't climb up on your trailer. Don't climb up there. That is the most unsafe thing. Number one, the trailer's not designed for you to climb up there, meaning there's no ladders. There's nothing. So unless you got some kind of a ladder, you're gonna have to monkey climb up the reefer unit from the catwalk to get up there. On a normal day, not snowing and not freezing and not cold, and you're not bundled up in 10 jackets, it's dangerous as hell to do that. But to get, no, a matter of fact, I think Prime, if they've seen that post, they're probably gonna have something to say about that. About hey. Because Prime is safety oriented. I'm just gonna watch that, yeah. Now that stuff is stuck up there pretty good. You know, the thing I always crack up though is these guys leaving the truck stop or leaving the terminal after snow and their hood is completely covered because they don't have a brush to brush it off. Well, guys, if you don't have a brush to brush it off, just open your hood and flop it up. It all falls off. I have a brush, but that's what I do. I just open the hood and let it all fall off. I'll use the brush to get it off my mirrors. You get about 7 to 7.5. Okay, right on.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, she hit the pole?
Yeah, she lived. She had a bunch of injuries. Lungs,
oh, was she falling over?
She was, yeah, the horse spooked because someone slammed a door. They were in a state park. She started slipping over. The pole got her. The horse died, though. He ran into a tree.
Oh,
but she lived.
Shit.
I didn't think she lived with that, man. That was nasty.
Yeah. Oh, you asked about a place for a broom? See where this guy's hoarding all those load locks right there? I don't know why he's got so many load locks. But one, you can put a broom right where that ladder is, or a lot of guys slide it right there, a push broom. I don't really carry a broom because I got a blower to blow out my trailer. I have a broom head, but I don't have the handle for it, which I really need to get one just in case my blower's dead once. But get a 100-foot strap and find somebody to help you pull it down the top of the trailer. Yeah, but if that snows like it was on that trailer, what was that, 3, 4, 5 inches? That strap's gonna just cut through the bottom of that snow and just lower the, oh, I should probably turn it around, and then just lower the level of the snow a little bit, more than likely. But that's I mean, a good idea. That's one way of doing it. Absolutely. You know, it will at least break it up so it's gonna blow off right away because it unpacks it. You want to climb up there in your new 40-inch stilettos? Oh, 40-inch stilettos, huh? Damn. You puncture holes through the roof of the reefer unit. Dude, they're going to close the express bay before you get in there, bud. It's 24 hours now. I don't know if you knew that, but it's 24 hours now. What is today? Friday. Yeah, because I don't think it's 24 hours on the weekend. But that's okay. If they do, like I said, we're waiting on a load anyways. Might as well wait here in line. But you guys notice we haven't moved at all. It's been an hour and we haven't moved. So they're taking over an hour per truck. What time did we get in here? About,
I don't know.
Maybe 3 o'clock we came over here?
Maybe.
What time is it right now?
4:45.
So, okay. So, yeah, I know one of the guys came back here and he said that he was where we were at and he's been sitting here, what, 3 hours? And he's only, you know, he only moved 2 trucks or something like that. Yeah, I thought, yeah, exactly. Well, they're having a thing going on right now, a recall on the APU. And I don't know why. But when they do that, they do it in the express bay, which slows everything down. Normally, I don't know. I've never really had to wait that long to go through here. And the express bay runs, I think, almost $100 cheaper than going through the regular bay. And like right now, if I wanted to go get it, I even called the regular bay and said, look, man, I just need a chassis lever to squeeze me in. Squirt, squirt, squirt. I'm out of there, $50-some. We're good to go. No, next Thursday or something. Like, you telling me all these damn trucks are such garbage, they're broken so much, you booked out till next Thursday? I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. I didn't. Go eat dinner and come back and still be in the same spot. We actually had lunch. We had lunch sitting here, and you know,
here we sat.
I fixed my antenna. If you guys are keeping track, my I got to call them my Wii Boost antenna. Melissa pulls over. Oh, we're moving. Melissa pulls over, wakes me up on the way here.
Oh, we moved once already, huh? I forgot.
Yeah. She pulls over and wakes me up, says, hey, the Wii Boost antenna is hanging. Well, you know, it screws on, right? Well, the antenna itself into the shaft that makes the screw piece, it's glued in there. Well, it came out for some reason. So I just shoved it back in there and wrapped it really good with electrical tape up and down, you know, and of course that fixed it. But I'm going to call Wii Boost and have them send me a replacement antenna. It should be under warranty. That way I'll have it just in case it does become a problem. I'm in Dodge City bringing a load to Spremo. It's a 4-dropper. It's a 4-dropper to Florida. It pays me $1,500 and some change just to bring it to the yard. Yeah, if it wasn't a 4-dropper, I'd be like, when are you going to get here? Because I'll take that sucker right to Florida. We'll just swap it right out. Well, I'll call my fleet manager and we just go swap it out on the street. Don't bring it into the yard. But it's a 4-stopper. Nah, man, I think we better be paying a lot of money to do 4 stops on a meet, because that's four chances of overage or damaged product or whatever. I don't care about shortages, but I don't need no nonsense dropping damaged product and all that good stuff. But yeah, guys, it's been an hour 7 minutes, so I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm thinking I might just go right back to bed. So I'm tired. I slept what, 6 hours? Oh no, that's enough sleep.
5.5.
5.5. Yeah, that's enough sleep. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that like button on your way out, man. Please, I appreciate it. Hey, like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
Gotta say ring the bell. I can't end
You
it.
started yapping before I could.
Yeah, I know. Later, man.